Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Today we're taking a 2024 Subaru Forester Limited in the ice silver metallic, so kind of a bluey silver. Limited is a full load Forester. There is a trim level above it that is really more of a color package. That's the Premier. So the 24 Forester remains largely unchanged from the 23. It has that new front end that the Foresters got in 22, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more boxy. You've got that nice grille with the black metallic wings and grille surround. Smaller, more aggressively angled and styled LED steering responsive headlights. And then our fog lights, we have those, I'd say gray metallic, I don't want to say gunmetal, highlights around the bezels for those LED fog lights, ridiculously bright fog lights. Bumper cutout, definitely a little bit more aggressive than the previous body style. The update's definitely more aggressive. We've got integrated turn signals on your side mirrors, and then on the wheels, they are 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels with the machined alloy face. Up top, we do have tie downs integrated into the roof rail. So if you get crossbars and you're tying something to it, these are your tie down points, which really handy. It's nice that they're built in. It didn't used to be that way. And of course, the Forester gets 8.7 inches of minimum ground clearance. As you can see, tons of ground clearance. It's full-time symmetrical all-wheel drive. And as you can see, we got a little bit of snow on the ground. So that's where the all-wheel drive comes in handy. Pair it with a set of good winter tires and you're nigh unstoppable. At the back remains pretty much unchanged. What they've done, they have turned this spoiler piece, and, well, I shouldn't say turned, but they've painted it gloss black, and your shark fin antenna, instead of being body color, is also gloss black. Now, we do have a power lift gate you can activate from the driver's seat, the door, or the key fob. Can't do the key fob while it's running. While that's opening, those little black sensors, circles, are your sensors. Those are your backup sensors. So they will actually apply the brakes if it thinks you're going to hit something in reverse between speeds of 1 and 15 kilometers an hour. Now, tons of room in the rear of the Forester. Privacy cover is standard equipment, hides everything from the top of the seats down, keeps things out of sight, out of mind. This is easy to remove. You can actually take this out and you can tuck it underneath our false floor. And we do have a cargo tray here. That's also standard equipment. Underneath that little tether, you lift up and you can see where it's supposed to run across. Now, we do have a little bit of storage underneath here, and underneath this tray, we have our spare tire with our recovery eye bolt. We've got grocery bag hooks on either side. So these are designed, you hook the loop of your grocery bag around it, and when you take corners, your groceries don't go everywhere. Or they're not supposed to. You'd have to take a pretty extreme corner. 12-volt power point. If we need to fold the seats down, we simply pull, and down it goes. You can still do it from the tether on the side there, but you have options. We've got 4 hard mount physical tie downs, 1 in each corner. Great for securing awkward cargo. And then we have a Harman Kardon audio system, so absolutely phenomenal audio system. That's the little 8-inch subwoofer you get with it. We have hooks off the roof. They have a max capacity of 3 kilograms/6 pounds. I probably wouldn't hang anything from that while driving because it would obscure my rear view vision, but handy nonetheless. In the hatch, we have an LED cargo light. That will shut off when I close the hatch, and we have a hook. Now, we can close it by pressing, we can close and lock it, we can pull down, we can activate it from the driver's seat or from the key fob. I can't do that right now because it's running, it's turned on, it's warming up. So I'm just gonna press that. Now, as we continue on to the second row, you're gonna see there is a ton of storage. And, well, storage/passenger room. So when the seats fold, they're virtually flat. And you can see red means it's not locked, push, and it's locked. If that's down, it's locked. If it's red, it's not locked. Limited is leather. And it is perforated, so it does breathe a little bit. Oh, a little bit of plastic from the PDI still needs to come out. But you can fit up to 3 people comfortably across. And when I say 3 people, I mean 3 adults. There's tons of room. Taller people are going to have no issues fitting in there. If there's only 1 or 2, we do get a fold-down armrest with integrated cup holders. There's an LED cargo light, passenger light, dome light, whatever you want to call it. On the backs of both front seats, we do have 3 pockets for storage. We've got vents out of the center console in addition to underneath each seat. So increases the airflow, makes it heat up and cool down way more effectively. Heated seats, high and low for both the outboard passengers. Person in the middle, unfortunately, in addition to sitting in the middle, doesn't get a heated seat. 2 USB ports for charging. Right here, this is designed to be a step. So it's textured, it's grippy, and that is supposed to be a step if you're putting something on the crossbars that you have on the roof rails. So the reason they've done that, it's a lot easier standing on that and a lot safer than standing on the tire. The tire sits inside the fender, so your foot's not going to be it's not going to have as stable a purchase. Pretty simple. Door card, soft touch, power window, bottle holder with a little bit of storage, and then integrated into that step, we've got that little kind of slot. That's what this silver side impact crash safety bar is. It's an additional bar that goes in the door to stop intrusion into the cab in the event of a side collision. It is a proximity key. I can't lock it right now, but if the key's within 46 inches and you touch this line, normally it locks, but right now it's beeping because it's running and it won't do that. And then to unlock it, if you walk up, you just put your hand in the handle and it unlocks. Front door card looks pretty much the same as the rear, with the exception we have all 4 power window controls, window lock, our power mirror adjustment, and we do have our 2-position memory settings for our driver seat and our mirrors. Down below, we have a little bit more storage and a bottle holder. And then, of course, they like to remind you, Harman Kardon audio system. Driver seat is, of course, leather. Front seats are both leather. And we have the adjustable headrest. So you can adjust how close to the back of the head you want your headrest. The closer your headrest is to the back of your head, the less likely you are to experience whiplash in the event of a rear collision. So power seat with the lumbar. The lumbar support level is not remembered by the memory settings, and that's just because lumbar changes depending how long you're in the car for. Or can, I should say. I shouldn't say it does. By the driver's left knee, I have the ability to open the rear hatch. I can turn off the steering responsive headlights. So those are the headlights that swivel left or right when you start the car and when you're turning at speed. If you don't like it, simply turn it off. You do get a little red light that says SRH off on the dash. We can set it so that the hatch doesn't open all the way when you open it. So great for low parking garages. We have a scroll wheel for the brightness of your gauges. We can turn off traction control. We can turn off the auto start stop. You can deactivate blind spot detection if you want, and you can turn off the driver focus system. So the driver focus system, you scan yourself in. It tells you if you're distracted, if you're paying attention to the road or not. It will also do your memory settings based on your face. So it is cool, although I do find that it doesn't like polarized sunglasses. So if you wear polarized sunglasses, that may be something you want to turn off. Bottom left of the steering column, hook your thumb in, pull down, and we have telescopic and tilt on the same control. Very, very handy. Now, you'll notice that on the dash, I currently have 2 orange lights to the left. I've got the one on the very left is for your automatic emergency steering, which will move you in your lane if the automatic emergency braking doesn't think it's going to stop you from hitting it. It won't move you into another lane. It keeps you within the lane. And then that is your blind spot detection. So blind spot detection, we've got these little black boxes on either side, and it'll illuminate like so on the corresponding side when someone's in your blind spot or going to be in your blind spot momentarily. Very, very handy. On the steering wheel itself, left-hand side, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls. So audio, you can switch from AM to FM to satellite, USB, Bluetooth, etc. Switch between presets. Info will change our small little infotainment display up there. Multifunction display, infotainment display. Accept phone call or issue voice command, hang up or decline phone call. And these arrows right here change our small little center display. Gives us different information depending on what you want to look at. Most people do like the digital speedometer. Now, I do also get asked, what's that little orange light with a snowflake with the road? That's saying it's at a temperature where it could be slick, so drive accordingly. Right-hand side, we have our adaptive cruise and we have our lane centering. So when I turn on the adaptive cruise, I get an image of the Forester, and you'll see there's 4 bars ahead of it, all the way down to 1. That is the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of you that you'll follow at if you catch up while using cruise. 4 bars at 100 kilometers an hour is roughly 150 to 180 feet, so a very safe distance. And you can decrease it if you want to get or need to follow closer. Now, I've just turned on lane centering, so you'll notice that those 2 lines on either side of the cruise distance illuminated gray. If the eyesight cameras, which are these 2 black boxes here and here, can see the road lines, it'll illuminate on the corresponding side and it'll give you gentle steering input to keep you in the center of your lane. It is very, very handy. Great for long distance driving. You're way less fatigued at the end of the day. Below that, we have intelligent and sport mode. So it does default to intelligent. You can see on the bottom left there, it says P for park. To the right of that is an I for intelligent. Press the S button, and the yellow line gets a little bit more aggressive than the blue, and you're going to sit at a higher RPM. You're going to go faster sooner. It's sport mode. It's for more spirited driving. Below that, heated steering wheel, all important heated steering wheel. Click on, click off. It does not heat between the seam. It just does where you're supposed to keep your hands, and it gets absolutely cooking. It is fantastic. I'm enjoying it, even though it's only 0 degrees Celsius right now. So this little info display up top here, we can, every time we press the info button, it gives us a different piece of information, tells us different stuff. So you get to choose what you want to look at, what you're listening to, fuel economy, and you'll notice there's that small red light. That's the driver focus system trying to scan me in, but I have the camera in front of my face, so it's not going to do that. It's also where a climate control display is up top, and it ranges from 30 on the high side all the way down, because it is dual zone, all the way down to 15. So from freezing to tropical, depending how you and your passengers want it. It's easy to sync it back to just driver controlled. You can see your fan strength. You can change the mode, which is where your airflow is being directed. And it's all there, easily visible, which is great. We do also have this really cool function called gesture. I think it's gesture control. I'm probably calling it the wrong thing. So if you're not in park and you're in driver reverse, if you hold your hand up in a fist, it goes down by 2.5 degrees. Do it again. And I just had my hand up, open. It goes up, closed fist, down. So very handy. It's a little extra thing, and that's through the driver focus system. So it's handy. It's cool. Doesn't work absolutely perfect 100% of the time. You do have to get the distance right, but I can see where it'd be beneficial. 8-inch infotainment display. Under apps, we have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. They are wired connections in the Forester. You will gain access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle is registered in your name. They have discontinued the CD player in the Forester. There's no CD player in the 2024 Foresters. Limited with nav is the first trim level where we get built-in navigation powered by TomTom. And that's free, no subscription. You've got it for the life of the vehicle. You do get one free update within the first 3 years. After that, it is a subscription. It's not a subscription, but you do have to pay for the update. So get it done at like 2.85 years into ownership. Backup camera when you put it in reverse. Rear assist braking's on, parking sensors are on, and I can clean the backup camera from inside the vehicle. It's great. You just twist and hold that. It's fantastic, especially in the winters here. Back of our vehicles get covered in snow all the time. Physical buttons below: home, radio, map, media, apps, easy to use, volume and tuning knobs. Below that, 4-way flashers. Hope you never ever need to use those. We've got driver side temp, passenger side temp. We've got our heated mirrors, back window, and windshield wiper de-icer. So where the wipers sit on the front windshield, there's a heating element there, and it keeps them ice-free. It's great. Sync just means that it's synced to the driver side temp. We have AC, and then we have max AC. So AC is moving moisture around the cabin so you don't fog up. Max AC is the cold stuff. Mode changes where your airflow is being directed. Below that, we have a little storage cubby. It is kind of rubberized. We've got 2 USBs, an aux, and a 12-volt outlet in there, along with that little blue illumination light. It is an automatic CVT. We can go to manual mode, and you'll see in there it says first gear now. I have a paddle here, little positive sign. I press that up, goes to second. It won't let me go to third. It won't let me start in sixth. It does limit you to gears based on your speed, but left is downshift, right is upshift. Great for selecting your own gears. We do also have our electronic park brake. Foot on the brake and push down to deactivate it. We've got auto vehicle hold, which is a brake holder for construction drive through a rush hour traffic. Dual function X mode. So X mode is like 4x4 low in a pickup. Absolutely phenomenal. Very capable vehicle already, but I twist to the left and it brings me X mode. Only works up to 40 kilometers an hour. After that, it kicks out. I've got the little rough terrain icon. I've got the downhill descent control. Takes me to the off-road screen with my pitch, my tilt. Twist to the right. I've got deep snow and mud mode. And that deactivates traction control and allows for excess wheel spin to chew you out. Now, if I exceed 40 kilometers an hour, it kicks out, or I simply press that and it goes back to regular SI drive. I have heated seats, high and low, for both the driver and passenger with the leather. Absolutely fantastic. If you remote start it with the My Subaru app and you have these on, they will turn on. Cup holders, a little bit of storage. In the center console, which is also soft touch, actually quite comfortable. Storage, there is a 12-volt outlet in there. You can't really see it because it's dark, but there's a place to run cords through if you're charging anything, so when that's down, you don't crush it. My favorite feature in any vehicle ever, auto-dimming rearview mirror. No switch to flick, it just dims if someone's got their high beams on behind you. Your side mirrors are also the same. We have a integrated compass, and we've got the HomeLink system, so you can hook up to 3 separate garage doors to your mirror. You can get rid of a bulky opener if you have one hanging out on your visor. You can turn off the auto-dimming function if you don't like it, or if it's not needed. Above that, we do have LED map lights. We have lane sway assist and automatic emergency braking. So those are part of the eyesight camera system. This is going to beep at you if you change lanes without signaling or cross lines. That's designed to stop you from hitting pedestrians, cyclists, and other vehicles. Save 10% on your basic insurance here in BC with that. We have SOS and roadside assistance / concierge service. That's part of the 3-year trial to the connected services you get with most new Subarus. Sunglass storage. We have a panoramic sunroof, moonroof combo. It is slide only. It does not tilt. It is a manual shade, but if you open the glass and then drag the glass closed, it will drag that with you. We have card holders, vanity mirror with lights, and an extender on each visor if the sun's directly at your left or right. So that is a quick look at the 2024 Subaru Forester Limited in the Ice Silver Metallic. I'm going to give you guys a quick 360 walk around of it in case there was a detail you missed earlier in the video. I know I'm sometimes a little close on some of them. Fuel door, just like every other Subaru, on the rear passenger side. That's for safety if you ever have to fill it on the side of the highway with traffic whizzing by. So, thank you for watching my quick walkthrough of this 2024 Forester Limited. I'm Tyson, the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Print Storage. If you guys have any questions about any of the things you saw in the video, any of the vehicles in our lineup, anything to do with Subaru in general, put it in the comments below. I'm always looking to answer you guys' questions and take your ideas and hopefully make new videos with it. So again, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.